set. So we can stand by for a start. We're all ready to run now. Jeff Fenning about to climb the platform. No Stops and Grandway Shogun. Warrior Trader. Cool Trent stands okay. They look to be ready. He's not quite happy with them, Jeff Fenning. He hasn't climbed the platform as yet. Now he does. The lights go on. We're set to go. 3-year-old trophy. Stand by for a start. Oh, the rider of Delollies was out of the saddle. Goes back aboard now. Set. Ready. Off and racing. Amex stood there, missed it about 4 lengths, and the first to come out of the gates was Wyndham Glory. Grandway Shogun from the outsiders going fast, and when they settle down, it's Wyndham Glory from Grandway Shogun. Mardi Gras going up to join those, and Spinning Con driving through. Enchantaro's on the fence behind them from Blur, Line Dancer. Private Steer's a little bit deep going up to the top corner. Lovely Jubblies on the rail, and Fiery Venture, Cool Trent, Warrior Trader, and then No Stops. Biagio's a long way back, and then came Amex and Delollies as last. Down the side they come. Wyndham Glory the leader. Spinning Con second. Grandway Shogun third. Enchantaro's getting a lovely run on the inside of Mardi Gras, followed by Blur. The next in the race, Line Dancer, Warrior Trader and Fiery Venture. They're all out deep on the track as they go through the gloom and come to the corner. A long way back on the field. No Stops as they approach the turn, and then came Amex. Lovely Jubbly might be up about midfield. Around the bend, Wyndham Glory the leader. Now Blur's working into it. Enchantaro's got a split, and when they turn, it's Wyndham Glory tackled by Enchantaro. Blurs into the clear, followed by Mardi Gras and Private Steer. Wyndham Glory, Enchantaro, and Blur's moving up quickly on the outside inside the 200 metres mark. It's Blur. Biagio's coming late. Amex is getting up on the fence. The 4 of these are charging to the line. Biagio in the last bound has won it, I think. A nose to either Enchantaro, Amex or Blur. It's a big finish in the 3-year-old trophy. Behind those, No Stops, Cool Trent, Wyndham Glory, Warrior Trader, Fiery Venture, Mardi Gras, Lion Dancer, Delollies, Private Steers finished a long way back, and then came Spinning Con, and last home is Grandway Shogun. Biagio on the outside, I think, has stormed home here to bit his nose in front, right on the line to win. The judge will call for the photo, but Biagio, Scott Galloway, Scott, who won the silk stocking on Wednesday, he's done it again here with Biagio over Enchantaro. Amex is there, and Blur. That would have been a topical tip, fair dinkum. I couldn't see them from the 800 to the 200 metres mark. I was half guessing. But I could see a Blur getting through. I could see Enchantaro. Amex was getting up late, and Biagio stormed down the outside. And Biagio right on the line. No doubt will get up to win. Number 12's the winner. Number 12, Biagio, ridden by Scott Galloway, and continues the great run.
Yes, a great performance by Biagio to cause an upset, paying $30, $50 and $7.20. And Brendan Parnell has some jubilant connections with him now.
Yvonne, as you walk out on Sky, you did this with a Assertive Lad. What a thrill.
Oh, it's fabulous. You know, he's just so green, and yet he's just got so much talent. He's just jumped out of the ground. And
did you think he was going to get there?
God. Oh, well, I always had the question mark, but oh, look, I'm shaking. I'm just thrilled to pieces, you know. Just amazing.
What a great day for you.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Yvonne Smith, who with Gay Waterhouse is back in the winner's circle. Amazing scenes. And Jeff Kerrison, who part owns Amex, he's had a big bet at big odds. Jeff, what an amazing result to fill a placing.
Yeah, well, he was last out again. We just didn't, we expected him to jump today, but he hit the front 20 from home. But he's come from last, and I've had 50,000 to 500 each way.
Oh, I'll be joining you later, okay?
Right, I thought we were going to win it.
Jeff Kerrison joining us there, and Gay Waterhouse team to the fore once again as we await the return. Now, Lovely Jubbly was a little slow in, was pulled up as they turned for home, so we'll await a report from Brett Preble. Placings are 12, 9, 11. If you've played first fours, Blur has run fourth. They've run 121 and 58. 121, 58, a short head by a short head. And a nose away in fifth was Cool Trent, number 2. So the Gay Waterhouse team to the fore. Just amazing things. Now, Gay Waterhouse isn't down here, but Denise Martin is. Denise, what a great thrill for the team again. I know you're very
fantastic.
proud.
Well, he was last at the turn, wasn't he, Brendan? And it was just a most magnificent run. I mean, you know, we thought when the horse won his second start that he might be quite special, but today, I mean, as they say, he just blew them away, didn't he?
Yvonne and Gay do it again.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, keep them coming.
Okay, that's Denise Martin there, who looks after so many of the team. Scott Galloway returns. Joe, big crowds here and plenty of euphoria after Yvonne Smith's been to the fore with her colours. Assertive Lad won here a couple of years back.
Yes, scenes of jubilation there at the Gold Coast as winner and place getters return to scale after the Magic Millions trophy. Now they're at the barriers for race 5 at Rosehill Gardens. Due in a few minutes, here's Ron Duffsey with the late mail.
Race 5 here at...
Terribly wrong there, and we'll also find out what happened to the other well-fancied runner in Private Steer. Now in the meantime, we're crossing to Ian Craig for the next in Sydney.
As Joe just joins us, 1 Ritual and 7 Marchioness equal on course. Half point shorter than jointly Miss Goldie Horn and Burkina Miss. Scratched here, number 8, Lasting Faith. Now coming up as Marchioness, previous, went to number 1, Lord Atlas. D. Beedman beat 2, 3 and 4. Marchioness backing up quickly, following her run the other day at Randwick, went third to Periscope. She's in, and they're all ready to roll. And away they go. Again, a nice even dispatch, and Lai Moon runs to the lead narrowly from Burkina Miss. Miss Goldie Horn hustled up into third posse. Ritual is fourth, and very wide out Marchioness, followed by Lismore, Shanxi, then Miss Helter Skelter. And a bit more than a length, the Carla Alicia out of the back. 7.50 left to run. Lai Moon the leader. Miss Goldie Horn in the middle, and going up quickly is Marchioness. Little Lucket. A length and a half further back is Burkina Miss, followed by Ritual wide. Lismore, a horse off the rails. Then Miss Helter Skelter, Shanxi, and last is Carla Alicia. To the turn they run. The leader is Lai Moon. Marchioness second, has had to use up a lot of gas. A length away third, Miss Goldie Horn, and now Burkina Miss and Beedman trying to work into the open. He'll switch round Lai Moon and Marchioness on Burkina Miss as Marchioness quickly beat off Lai Moon, and now Burkina Miss from Miss Goldie Horn, Miss Helter Skelter. Ritual battles on. Burkina Miss looms up, hits the front now from Marchioness, and Burkina Miss comes away to beat Marchioness. Miss Helter Skelter third, Photo fourth, Miss Goldie Horn and Ritual, then Lismore. Lai Moon knocked up from Carla Alicia, and last home was Shanxi. The Beedman strikes again. Number 4, the winner, Burkina Miss. Number 4, Burkina Miss by Zoffany from Born in the Purple, trained at Scone by Luke Griffith for J and Mrs. D. Mayled, and had a lovely, lovely run in transit. It was just a matter of her getting into the clear at the right time, and Darren was able to do just that. And she's raced on to win it well in the time of 103.55. Ritual holds the class record, 103.12. Maybe the handicap has just about got her at the moment, Ritual. Miss Goldie Horn battled on Marchioness. Was a terrific run under the circumstances. She drew wide. He had no luck on a Danny. He sealed her to the lead in the straight, but Burkina Miss had the coal run, and once she got out, she was too good for Marchioness. 4, the winner. Number 7 is second, Marchioness, a mare by Snippets, Gay Waterhouse, Dan Beasley. 9, Miss Helter Skelter ran third by Brocco, trained by David Payne, written by Lane Maloney. Number 1, Ritual, was fourth, a mare by St Covert, Paul Perry, George Scamone. 4.791, 103.55, very, very fast last 600, 33.74, and now the totes.
Okay, the Quinella pays 10.90 trifecta, 230.
On Super Tab, Super Elegant has been easy. Progress is about equal third in the market with Azevedo, number 7, the 3-year-old. Now Azevedo goes up to barrier 6, the Group 3 Rubiton Stakes over 1,100 metres worth $100,000. Rubiton won 10 of his 16 starts, including a Cox Plate. Now Sir Chuckle to come up, John Didham in the sulky, John already with an earlier winner, Rinky Dink. Now Sir Chuckle is ready. Shea Spice the favourite. The mare, they're ready for a start. Field of 7. Racing. Azevedo missed the start by a length, and Sir Chuckle one of the first out with Super Elegant. Shea Spice and Tully Dana right up there in the early part. Progress settles in behind them fifth, and then Fritz, who wasn't flash away, it's back second last, and Azevedo is a length and a half away last. Tully Dane pushes up on the inside, just leads Sir Chuckle. 2 lengths to Super Elegant, and 2 lengths away fourth is the favourite Shea Spice. Fritz is going up on the inside, then Progress, and a length away Azevedo. About 600 to go. Tully Dane a half a length in front of Sir Chuckle. 2 lengths to Super Elegant. Shea Spice fourth, yet to be called on, and then Fritz on the inside from Azevedo, and Progress is wider as they round the turn. Tully Dane hugging the rails just in front of Sir Chuckle. Super Elegant out to challenge. Azevedo's made up ground. Shea Spice has gone via the Cape, and then Fritz halfway up the straight. Sir Chuckle hit the lead. Super Elegant's joining in strongly from Tully Dane, then Azevedo. It's Super Elegant getting to the lead. Out wider was Azevedo, but it's Super Elegant in front. Azevedo knuckling down. Super Elegant, Azevedo. Super Elegant, I think, a nose. Super Elegant, a nose to Azevedo. Third is either Sir Chuckle or Progress, and then came Tully Dane, Shea Spice and Fritz.
Well, it's between Super Elegant, Vin Hall for Tony Vassell, the 3, and 7 Azevedo, the 7, with Andrew Finlay for Robbie Lang. Robbie, of course, goes around later with the Magic Millions hope on the card, so we'll catch up with dress coach chances later. But at Caulfield in the feature race, the Rubiton Stakes, awaiting a judge's call. Super Elegant with the red and yellow stripes, navy sleeves. That's it in the middle. And have a look at Azevedo. This is the young Alicio horse, which has made enormous leaps forward. But Super Elegant has held on. So 3 gets it. 7 is second Azevedo. And all placings to be confirmed. But Azevedo, isn't it a nice horse in the making? Like Helenas, another Helicio one which has jumped out of the ground. So as they near the line, Azevedo on the outside, just failing to overhaul the winner, Super Elegant. Full dividends for you with Sir Chuckle in third, 770, 370, 290, no third. Runners parading here. Number 1 is Cosmic Rays. Very, very tight in betting on course as the second favourite, but good value on the tote, Larry.
Yes, Brendan, it is. It's way overs at that moment. I can tell you it looks terrific in the enclosure. Got a little bit of an awkward alley here from the 1200, the 9, 57.5, but however, that last start at Randwick was a good run, and he's in great shape.
Now, number 3 is Miners Union. Scott Seamer, the rider, from the inside barrier.
Yes, well, this horse gets back. He looks very well. The run-on horse.
Number 4, Wagstaff. This is one of the hottest tips of the day on course.
If this gets beat, we're in trouble. It's going to get the run of the race.
Number 5 is Chicago Knights, Lacey Morrison. This is a stablemate to Miners Union.
Yes, he's a horse with a bit of ability. Lacey can't claim here. However, looks well, just sweating his touch.
Sky Ratings gave Ecstasy a chance. Number 6, it's huge overs on the tote.
On looks, he's certainly in the race. Awkwardly drawn, probably may have to go back a touch from there, but a very, very handy horse, fresh.
Stewie McKinnon trains number 7, Merkaba. Been in work, its past 3 have been consistent. Can it break through?
Very consistent horse, on pace horse, drawn well. Gary Baker on, should run well. Just not certain about whether it can beat the favourite, the top 4.
Number 8 is Slick Operator. I know it's huge odds on the tote. It's less than half those odds on course. Has a tongue tie on.
Yes, got good speed, this horse, from the 3 alley. Just might be found a touch wanting at the death.
Number 9 is Kalachi. It's similar odds to what they're betting on course.
Yes, from the 2 alley, he's a very pacey horse. Without the blinkers, could give a lot of cheek here, a bit of value, this horse.
Okay, number 10, Sydney.
Awkward alley, looks well.
Speaking of Sydney, earlier I caught up with Sydney's trainer, Sean Dwyer.
The favourite Shea Spice disappointing as she struggled to get anywhere near the place getters. Now they're at the barriers for race 6 at the Gold Coast, the Magic Millions Cup. And this is a special conditions race worth $100,000 in prize money, and Wagstaff has been selected as favourite, $2.60. Also a big chance is the Clary Connors trained Cosmic Rays at $3.80. This horse was narrowly beaten in the Razor Sharp at Randwick by Academe recently. Also, we've got Miners Union, a big chance here at around $6.80. They're the main hopes as we head trackside now to Alan Thomas.
These runners will be coming to the gate shortly. So they're about to move in. Gillian Heinrich has 3 runners here. Miners Union, which is going into the inside gate. They all race with black, pink horseshoes and sleeves. But Miners Union's got horseshoes on the cap. Chicago Knights got a pink one. And Inner City has a black one. And she scratched one, power break, so we were spared something at the finish with Gillian. She had them all surrounded here. Now, this is Slick Operator about to come into the gate. Miners Union's gone to the inside. Conditions have improved marginally when we're on air, so I'll be able to see the entire race this time instead of half of it. Wagstaff at $2.60, Cosmic Rays $3.70, and Miners Union at $6.70 here. Wagstaff will appreciate the rain. He's very, very good with the sting out of the ground. He was favourite when the track was dry. Its track's still good, but this rain that we've had here, those heavy showers, certainly won't. Well, it'll help him, I'll tell you that much. Here's Ecstasy coming in. Cosmic Rays about to come up, and Sydney will be the last. And they're just about set, ready to go now. Wagstaff at $2.70, Cosmic Rays $3.60, Miners Union $6.70, and that looks just about the race. Now they're all in. Once Sydney decides to go into the gates, and Jeff Fenning moves around front, he's about to climb the platform and release the field for race number 6. The HSP Pivotal Point Magic Millions Cup. Great finish in the previous race. Biagio just getting there in the last bound to beat Anshantaro. A lip away third Amex, a lip away fourth Blur. Lovely Jubbly failed to complete the course. We'll get a veteran report and a steward's report on Lovely Jubbly. She was about midfield when I went down the side, and after that I couldn't see where she got to, but she didn't complete the course. She's obviously not right, that filly, is she? When you look at the things went wrong with her in Sydney in her 2 runs, then she hasn't completed the course here. There's something obviously not right. But you can't take anything away from Biagio. 3 starts, 3 wins. Scotty Galloway won the Silk Stocking on Feelers. He's won the Magic Millions Trophy today on Biagio. Anshantaro is a horse on the way up. You're going to be hearing more of him. Amex, what about the run of Amex? He stood there at the gates. He gave them 4-length start. He was last around the first corner. He's got beat a short head. And Blur ran a nice race, as you'd expect to run 4th. He was a lip away 4th. Probably about a neck between the first 4 when they went over the line. Now they're set to run here. Cosmic Rays is in the yellow. Miners Union's on the fence in one of those pink and black colours. Wagstaff's in blue. Set, off and racing. Good start out with Slick Operator, one of the first to leave the gates. Kalachi began quickly, and Chicago Knights is rushing forward to join those. Merkabah and Inner City not far away, and Ecstasy's deep going around the first corner. Wagstaff getting back on the inside of Sydney, and the favourites are back near the tail. Cosmic Rays on the outside of Miners Union. Down the side, 900 metres to go. Kalachi is the leader. Chicago Knights in the centre. Inner City up to make a line of 3. Over on the inside, Slick Operator. Ecstasy must be out 4 and 5 deep. Merkabah between runners. Then came Sydney. Now Wagstaff's back third last on the inside of Cosmic Rays, and Miners Union is last. On the bend, 450 to go. It's Kalachi first around the turn from Chicago Knights and Inner City. Ecstasy deep. Slick Operators on the fence. Merkabah. Wagstaff's trying to get through on the fence, and now Cosmic Rays coming down the outside with a big run. Kalachi led Slick Operator. Here's Cosmic Rays joining in quickly, and Miners Union's coming from the tail. Cosmic Rays went to the lead. Miners Union's trying to chase him, but it's Cosmic Rays in front. Miners Union won't get there, and Cosmic Rays beat Miners Union and Kalachi. 4th Slick Operator. Wagstaff never got into it today. Then Chicago Knights, Merkabah, Inner City, Ecstasy, and last time was Sydney.
He was well backed late, Cosmic Rays, and he's won the Magic Millions Cup on the Gold Coast, paying $3.70 and $1.70. Trained by Clary Connors. Miners Union ran second, $2.10, and third in the race, Kalachi, $2.90. We'll have more details shortly. Now, all the talk is about Thorn Park, the hot favourite in the next race at Rosehill Gardens. He's first up from a break, heading towards the Australian Guineas, and here's Ron Duffy with his thoughts.
Race 6 here, Rosehill Gardens, numbers 10, 3, 1 and 5. Well, he'd have to be one of the most exciting prospects we've seen in Sydney for a long time here. Thorn Park resuming from a spell. He's a powerhouse, this horse. Just hope he gets through this run. It's not going to be easy against Open Company getting back in the field here, taking on the older horses, but I think he's got the ability to do it. Looking for danger, 3 Clay Shaker. He's a bold front runner. He can reel off some sensational sectional times. Best of the rest, 1 Kingsgate. I know he's got a huge weight, but he's trialling well, looks well, nice and sharp. Number 5, Hot Secret. A little unlucky last start, capable of filling a hole here. 10 on top, Thorn Park. Hardest to beat, 3 Clay Shaker and 1 Kingsgate.
Can't wait to see how Thorn Park returns to racing today. He'll be hard to beat. Now let's take a break on Sky. Back with this important race shortly.
Fleecing the only two to move in. 170, 120 about number 10 Thorn Park. Shorter in on-track operations. Drawn in gate number 6. Yellow and white diamonds, yellow sleeves and cap. Darren Beedman aboard. Kingsgate goes in. And we're ready for action. The 6th of the day over the 1200 metres. Racing this time, and Thorn Park jumped out reasonably well. Clay Shaker, as expected, straight to the lead from Kingsgate. Commencing pretty well with Scottish Pride, and Hot Secret is going up towards the leaders. Pearly King's not far away. Dan Defy, Thorn Park threading his way through them, then Fleecing, Skidor, and Absolute is Knickerbocker Kid down to the 800, and Clay Shaker 3/4 of a length on Hot Secret. Scottish Pride third, a couple to Pearly King's around Dan Defy, length to Kingsgate on its inside, a half away Thorn Park, 2.5 to Fleecing around Knickerbocker Kid and 1 Skidor. As they race along past the 600 marker, they're stringing out in Clay Shaker. 3/4 Hot Secret, 3 Scottish Pride, 2.5 Dan Defy, and then Pearly Kings and a length to Thorn Park. And now Beatman hooks him around 2 and 3 horses. On his outside is Kingsgate. Thorn Park starting now to knuckle down to his work. He's about 4 lengths from Clay Shaker. Hot Secret second, and here's Thorn Park letting rip now. Clay Shaker coming to the 150, about to be overhauled by Thorn Park, and this exciting cult races clear, and with minimum effort Thorn Park raced away to beat Clay Shaker. What a return. Third Pearly Kings, then Kingsgate, Knickerbocker Kid, Hot Secret, followed by Dan Defy, and then came Scottish Pride. Skidor tailed off Fleecing. Thorn Park, by golly, I tell you what, he is certainly an exciting colt. Number 10, Thorn Park, ridden by Darren Beedman, has come back and has won that on easy by Spinning World from Joy, a 3-year-old chestnut colt. Bob Thompson for Ms. V. Samber and Ms. N. Bozovic. 3 winners in a trot in a row now to Darren. 3 on the trot, Lord Atlas, Burkina Miss, and now Thorn Park. Well, he's in for an exciting autumn. He'll now be headed to Melbourne. 3 weeks from today will be his next start in the Debonair, I believe, and he couldn't have been more impressive there. Here we go. Numbers read 10, 3, 8 and 1. Thorn Park, D. Beedman first. Number 3, Clay Shaker, ridden by Rob Thompson second. Number 8 is third, Pearly Kings, handled by Corey Brown, and number 1 ran fourth, Kingsgate, Danny Beasley.
That was a great performance by Thorn Park to win today's 6th event at Rosehill Gardens. Wonderful to see the horse come back in such fine order. What an autumn campaign he's got ahead, and I bet Bob Thompson, his trainer's pretty chuffed about that. God, he can produce a horse, Bobby. Now, race 6 at Morphettville is...
Look quite good in the enclosure. In fact, it looks very good.
Okay, there's been betting on course for Charmview, and it's very big overs on the tote. Nibbler number 15's at big odds. 16 is Kaz Nadim. Number 17, as we look back to Snippy, is the other of the Gay Waterhouse quintet of runners.
Yes, the inside alley will help it. Looks as though it has lightened a touch since it's been here because it's had a tough week. However, some chance.
Okay, that's our look at the runners as they parade. On course, as mentioned, a bit of money for Charmview as they move in Caulfield to Joe. The clear-cut favourite, though, remains Hasnar.
A great race coming up, the Magic Millions for 2003. Now they're moving in well at Caulfield for race 7. This event brought to you by the Loan Inquiry Centre. Now let's head Dan Malecki's way.
Favourites are Sam Din and Panorama Heights, numbers 2 and 5. 380 each of 2 on Super Tab. And then out to 840. Number 9, Spring Warrior. 860, Maloo. Number 14, Linda Meach's Ride. Now, Flying Sparks behind the line. 1 of 2 trained by Alan Bailey. The other one being Satashi. Now, Sam Din goes in. And only a handful away from the line. Zero Drama, Satashi still away. Previous event won by Super Elegant. Just holding off the 3-year-old Azevedo. And Sir Chuckle finished 3rd in the Rubiton. From earlier in the day, Rinky Dink won the Rancher Plate. We'll head on for the Blue Diamond Prelude now. Racing in the 7th of the day, Lord Kingston was just a little bit slow to begin. One of the first to appear was Panorama Heights, Georgie Boy and Spring Warrior. That trio all the way well. Flying Sparks was up there in the early part, and then Palace Chief. Sam Din's wider, it's up to about 7th, but covering ground at the moment. And then Full On Far back on the rails. A length or so back to Zero Drama, and then drifting back to the tail of the field now was Malou with Lord Kingston on its inside. As they turn down the side, Georgie Boy went to the lead. Flying Sparks is up to 2nd, and Sam Din is covering ground. It's in 3rd spot at the moment. Panorama Heights is getting a nice run. It's on the rails 4th from Spring Warrior. A length away Satashi, then Full On Far. Palace Chief outside Zero Drama. Lord Kingston second last, and Malou brought up the rear about 8 lengths off the leader, Georgie Boy. 600 left to travel. Georgie Boy starting to rev up a little bit now. It led a half a length to Flying Sparks. A length away Sam Din. It's on the outside of Panorama Heights. The favourites are 3rd and 4th. Satashi moving up around Spring Warrior. No run Full On Far. And then Palace Chief turning for home. Georgie Boy, Flying Sparks, Sam Din wider out. No run Panorama Heights. Further out Palace Chief, and Malou from the back runs on. And then Spring Warrior. Flying Sparks went to the lead. Panorama Heights is out. And Malou down the outside. Malou's taken the lead. Lord Kingston from well back. Malou hit the lead from Lord Kingston. Malou in front. Lord Kingston's diving, but Malou won it from Lord Kingston and Panorama Heights. And then in 4th, Zero Drama, not a bad run. And they were followed in by Flying Sparks, Full On Far, Sam Din, Palace Chief. And then came Georgie Boy, Satashi Weekend, as did Spring Warrior.
Malou holds on to win race 7 at Caulfield, paying $7.90, $2.60. Lord Kingston, $3.60. 3rd, Panorama Heights, $1.50. It's time for a break now on Sky Racing. We'll return shortly for the big event of the day, the Magic Millions race on the Gold Coast. Hasnar from the Waterhouse stable, going for 3 wins in this race. He is at $3 the favourite. Dan Bird, also a big hope here. It's second pick at $6. The horse's rider today, Greg Childs, and Larry Olsen spoke with him earlier.
Well, Greg, we know you got some rides early in the program, but can we get on to Dan Bird in the Magic Millions? Mate, what do you know about him?
Larry, I haven't ridden Dan Bird, but I've seen lots of videos of the horse, and I've had a good talk to the syndicate manager, Rob McAnulty, and Gerald Ryan, and he's got a nice barrier draw. There seems to be a lot of pace in it, and you're going to need a lot of luck in it because it's a real tough race to win, and you need a good saloon run through in transit to get a crack at them in the straight.
Didn't do much wrong with the blinkers on the other day. Does Gerald feel he can improve even more with them?
Yeah, he benefited a lot from that first run with blinkers on, and didn't get a very good run in transit. He got buffeted around a little bit, and when he got out he was probably a bit unbalanced, and he got to the line, but Gerald thinks he can get to the line much harder, so we're going to try and give him a nice easy run in transit and have the last crack at them.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, Larry, can Dan Bird overhaul the favourite Hasnar in the Magic Millions?
Well, put it this way. He's got the alley. He has run over the 1200. I think he will have improved. They had blinkers on him the other day, and of course I reckon that might just have sharpened him up. He does appear, he's a nice looking horse, not a big horse, but he does look well. But look, I'm going to stick with 2 guys. I know they're drawn awkwardly, but I just can't get over the fact, the size of these fillies, the compactness of them, and that they've got to get weight off these other horses. If Hasnar jumps and puts herself in the race, it doesn't matter. She has a bit of a break throughout. I think she'll win and win easy, or she'll get beaten out of the place. So I'm going to put both of the guys on top, 10 and 11. They're lovely fillies. 4, Dan Bird, he's the run-on horse. And then I'm going to put in Mahoob, very much taken by that horse.